Welcome to this episode of Diaspora Scholars TV, where we bring you stories about the journeys of students and scholars who've left Africa to come to the US and other North American countries to study, to pursue their careers for betterment of themselves, the countries they come from, the countries that they live in as well. So today we are a live discussion between two former Juja Boys students, otherwise known as Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. As a matter of fact, they are engineering students. We want to be able to find out from them how did they come to Bowling Green State University, where they are now in graduate school. And it seems like this school has a history of admitting Kenyan students to that engineering department. So this is an opportunity for us to be able to have them share their stories. And, if you have any questions, I'll put on the comment below, and I will be able to get back to you once you've watched the video. So welcome to the show, Anaklet.
Thank you very much
Nice
for
to
having
meet you.
me. Yeah.
And Korme, thanks so much for agreeing to do this on this show because there are many students and indeed many parents and indeed also people from other countries who are asking like, we saw some video of Anaklet and how did he come to BGSU and so on and so forth. So we want you to be able to share that with our viewers. But let's do the first things first. You guys are roommates, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are roommates. So who invited the other?
So I definitely go without saying I came here first. So yeah. So I welcomed Corme to Bowling Green essentially. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tell us more, and you can as well introduce yourself again. You are Anaklet Luyali.
Yeah. So my name is Anaklet Luyali. Currently going to BGSU Graduate School. Engineering Management is my major in Bowling Green, Ohio. So what happened is there was one person who would say, like, maybe our grandfather would say so speaking is Alex. So Alex sent a link out to when we were still in Kenya, and so we applied.
Sent a link to
you. Me, yeah.
Yeah, before.
Yeah, because he came a little later. But yeah, he sent a link. Then I applied. Through that link, he guided me through the process of application. But essentially, if you are talking about also just anybody who wants to apply and come to Bowling Green, especially if you have done engineering and you want to go to engineering management or graduate school engineering, there's engineering management. You can do quality. You can also do that's quality assessment. You can also do logistics. You can also do systems engineering. You can major also in mechanical engineering, graduate school, masters in mechanical engineering. There's also electrical and electronics engineering. So there's a lot of engineering that you can master in. You can also do, if you've done civil engineering undergraduate, you can also do construction management as a major in graduate school. So going back to what I was saying, so Alex sends a link, then I apply. And the application process is you pay an application fee about $75. English test is not a requirement because they also waive, if your undergraduate you received undergraduate training in an English-speaking language and your course was in English, now it's not a mandatory, it's not a necessity for you to do the English test course, the GRE, GMAT and such like. So you apply, pay the application fee, then get a recommendation from a mentor or a professor in your school. You send them your curriculum vitae or resume, then your transcripts. Then you followed your process. After that, they give you they process you show proof of funds that you can actually.
That's a bank statement.
Yeah, bank statement to prove that you have funds to at least cover. That is 33,500. Yeah, and essentially also if you are speaking $33,500 US.
33,000.
Yeah, that is to cover for at least 1 year of study in the US.
$33,500. That's about 4 million Kenya shillings.
That's about 4 million Kenya shillings.
You had that money?
I didn't have that money. Of course, I didn't have that money. But what essentially do you look for a relative, or you look for an uncle, or just anybody who can provide a bank statement and they can back you up that indeed as you come to study, they will
Able to support.
yeah, and the school also allows that you don't have to pay the whole amount. You can pay partially, little by little. Give a deposit when you come, then you pay little until you are done with that school fees. So essentially, that is the requirements. So yeah, anybody, if you follow due process, they'll send you an I-20. Then from the I-20, you apply for your visa.
What is an I-20?
I-20 is you want to talk about I-20?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let Mamo talk about I-20. Yes.
Okay. My name is Mamo Korme. Mamo Adi Korme. So since I came to US, I'm now used to saying my first and last name, but we usually say like our three names. Mamo Adi Korme. I'm also pursuing engineering management, master's in engineering management. So you said I'm talking about I-20, right? I-20 is what they call like certificate of eligibility, right?
Yes.
It's just ideally a form that shows like your name, what you are pursuing, and then something else, service number. I think that's what how the school the document that shows like that you show to immigration that
prove that
yeah,
you're a student of that
but that
school.
you are eligible student to that school. Like the school says like we've given this person this to pursue this master's program or whatever it is, undergraduate.
So you
This
use
program.
the I-20 document at the embassy in Nairobi,
Yes.
or indeed in any other foreign country,
Yes.
while looking for a visa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sure.
essentially, there's the government. For instance, if it's the US government, then there's the school. So the link between you and the US government is the I-20. Because now the government has trusted the school. You are coming here on the basis of the school. The school is like your host in this sense, right?
Yep.
So if the government wants to find out information about you and what you are doing in the US, they contact the school. And the link between you and the government is the I-20, because then that with this link to the service records, it shows you the information, which school you're going to. Are you still in status? Are you attending school? Are you going to classes like you're supposed to do?
How long
and
will
things
it
like
take?
that. Yeah.
Like your program will take how long?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So you came first.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's talk to Korme, how he ended up coming here after
After I came.
after Anaklet.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine happened like really fast. So Alex Maingi shared this link. So of course we knew each other and then we were in communication constantly. Though sometimes like you get busy, we stay like 2 months or a month without talking, and then we catch up after a month or two. So one of those days, like sometime in this year in February, shared me a link and said like, "Mamo, hey, apply for this school. It's a good school, and actually this is a good program. And if you look at acceptance rate of this university, it's really high. Please apply." So I did apply, and then let me say like it's one of the smoothest thing I've ever done in my life in terms of applying. It's very easy. Like everything is available like at a fingertips. Like if you write an email to graduate coordinator, it will take him like 20 minutes to reply. That's something I'm not even used to. I used to tell Anaklet how fascinating that is. Like these people like really value your time. Like you write an email, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you get feedback. The information like is just there when you need it. Just have that curiosity, just go and get it. Like you'll find it if you look for it. So when I applied, I was in communication with Maingi. So Maingi was doing like thesis at this point. He was doing thesis and he was very busy. So he handed me over like literally to an athlete. He said like, "Hey, please talk to an athlete. He's also here. He came in this January. Like we call it spring semester. He came this January, so he can guide you." He gave me an athlete's number, and then I decided to catch up like with an athlete. We were talking like with an athlete back and forth. I had a lot of questions, by the way. I was asking him a lot of questions. I can even call him like we have that time zone difference. So these guys were like, I can even call them like 5 a.m. their time. Like when it's 5 a.m. their time, it's about like 1 p.m. our time in Kenya. So I'll call them anytime and they'll pick and give me information that I need. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Looks like the Kenyan students is a big community, and it looks like it's almost becoming like, it's like a handover chain.
Yeah, almost like that's why at the beginning I said maybe Alex is like our grandfather.
Oh,
so,
wow.
so to speak, yeah.
Alex,
so,
wherever
yeah.
you are, we
Yeah.
are grateful for having started this, handover chain.
Mm.
So eventually you came, both of you. What I'm curious is, how do you end up, selecting like a professor or the research you want to do, or how does that one go?
Oh, okay. So there's for me the way I look at it from where I sit is you can either decide you want to do research, you want to be a researcher. That means you'll go the way of thesis. Then they also offer you an option to do capstone. So capstone is essentially you are looking at an industry. For instance, the industry of interest for me, maybe it will be manufacturing engineering, right? So I'm looking at what are some of the challenges that companies are facing right now in like manufacturing. Then you look for an internship. You can either do capstone as an internship, or you can do capstone as just as a project, just from literature review and just from researching and looking online some of the challenges that industries are facing. And in the age of like industry 4.0, where there's a lot of big data and things like that, you can, for example, think, how can I improve efficiency in like a manufacturing process, engineering, production, or whatever? So how can I improve efficiency so that we have like very minimum defects that are coming out of any manufacturing process? Now, it's not just abstract, and you base this on some of the previous works that other people have laid foundation and they're doing. So there's concept like the Six Sigma, lean systems management, and now zero defect manufacturing, for instance. Maybe I like talking about this too much, but anyway, you look at some of these concepts that are already in use, then
Or even 5S.
or even 5S, then now there's data, available data on how this system has been, how it has been applied, which level has it gotten to, and what are the gaps of knowledge. Now you can go into it as a thesis and write a paper, research paper on that, along that line, or you could do a capstone, get an industry experience, then tell them, I think if I work here for maybe 2 months, I might be able to see how I can fit in to fill some of your challenges and gaps, so that we just improve your process. And so they offer you the research path, or they offer you the capstone industry experience. And for me, personally, I'm more interested in the industry experience as compared to research.
So you're going for the capstone
Yeah,
route.
I'm more interested, and I love doing hands-on job industry experience. Yes.
Wow. What about you?
Interesting enough, like we share like area of interest academically. So I actually want to do capstone, because one of the things that made me choose engineering, even at undergraduate level, I love doing things like having hard skills to solve things. So instead of just sitting in a room somewhere doing research, that's not what I want. I respect people doing that, but that's not my thing. I want to go to the industry, look at things, identify a problem, solve it. That's what I want. Yeah. So I'll definitely go with the capstone.
Wow. So you're watching Diaspora Scholars TV, where we bring you stories about the journeys of students and scholars in the US. These are particularly students who've left Africa to come here. Today we are having an athlete, and we are also having Korme, who are engineering management students at BGSU. Amazing. You guys are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So if anybody wants the same link, obviously you are able to share it whenever
we're
it's
able,
ready.
definitely yes. Yeah, more than willing, ready. We'll give the link to you. You can, people reaching out, and also people can reach out to us even through the platform.
Yeah.
Then we'll be willing to share information, because I think essentially information in this country, or if you are doing overseas study, graduate school study, or just overseas schooling, information is paramount, is key to your success.
Information is paramount and is key to your success.
Yes.
The other question I wanted to ask both of you, do you guys feel like Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology prepared you well enough to do these courses? Korme?
I'll say definitely yes. In fact, I'm finding it so easy here compared to JKUAT. Back there, I know, like when we were doing like assignments